So kita akan teruskan dengan kelas kepengadilan. Bagus ni kelas ni. Terbaik. Let's go.
Cuma ini tidak. Okay. After set, then he come down. He come down. Batal. Because when he set, just say he jump up to set, and then he come down. His action not yet complete, because that is part of his action to play the ball, isn't it? I set, and then I come down. And then after that, when he come down already, complete already, pusing tak salah already. Okay, because when he set, when he come down, action over. But when he set, he jump up, set, when he come down, it's still the action of playing the ball. Same like the blocker. Blocker jump up, and then we don't straight away tengok tempat lain, because the blocker will come down. When he come down, action got touch the net. Ya, kalau tak ada, okay lah.
After complete then touch net,
After complete then no problem already. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so that is what you mean by. Okay, another one is sentuhan di luar antena tidak salah. Outside antena tidak salah. Okay. Example like this one, you see this video. Say number 3. Okay, number 3, you see the hand.
Myślę, że dotyka poza i jeszcze mam
The
wrażenie,
hand,
że w tobie czy piłka
block,
już nie jest.
and then the hand.
Chyba dobrze ocenione.
Here, touch outside, block, but then when he come down, the hand di luar antena. Memang kena net. Batal or not? Tak batal, because it's outside antena. It's the
Must step
action.
on the floor already or not? Must step on the floor already or not?
No, because it's coming down the time. Coming down, and then
touch the net mah. So itu kaki kena atas lantai dulu.
no, doesn't matter because still not complete yet. Then it come down like that lah.
Out of the antenna.
But it's because out of antenna. But kalau kaki tangan dia tadi di dalam antena, then batal. That is definitely a fault. So that's why it's good to have this video challenge so that you can see clearly. Kadang-kadang the referee, first referee or second referee, they see touch that, they straight away blow. So you have to see whether it's inside or outside. Inside or outside.
Itu mata kena tajam.
Like this one, okay, I'll show you. You look at this player number 1, player number 1. This one is different. Player number 1, you see where he touched the net. Inside. Di bawah. Bawah jaring tapi dalam antena. Batal lah. And then this player also in the action of playing the ball because dia bola itu di tempat dia dan dia block. So itu aksi memainkan bola. Ya, so ini batal. Okay. Okay, service, service, first referee will give the 2 signals, service, and then 8 saat in 8 seconds. So all this very easy. Next one, then you cannot have attempt lah. That means you cannot try lah. That means you cannot lambung cuba-cuba tak boleh. Sekali saja. Sekali saja. Dan 8 saat servis yang dilakukan selepas tiupan pengadil. If just say belum YouTube bisa, pemain itu sudah serve again. Suruh dia serve semula. Tapi kalau dia selalu buat, you bagi dia delay sanction. Delay sanction. Okay. And what else? You look at any style lah. I show you just now. I told you just now. Banyak style. For example, like this player, you look at this player, dia punya style lah. Dia suka lambung. So adakah you nak salahkan dia? All this you see. That's their style lah. Some player have this style. Like this player, dia punya style. Bounce the ball. The style. Okay. So, semua style macam-macam. So tak salah as long as they serve dalam 8 saat dan dia bukan satu percubaan. Like this lady, this US player say stand outside. Tetapi apabila dia serve, dia masuk dalam. Dia boleh berdiri di luar. luar service zone. Tapi masa dia serve itu, dia pukul bola, dia ada di dalam. Gitu. So this one, you look at this Bruno, same. He like to bounce, he like to like that. So contohnya, you tengok dia lambung macam tu. Adakah itu satu percubaan? Tidak. Itu dia punya tabiat. Dia suka bounce, lepas tu dia ambil bola. Like this one also. It's dia tabiat lah. This one tabiat dia. You tengok cara dia untuk serve like this player. This player, cara dia suka macam ini. Dia suka like that, isn't it? Throw the ball in front. Tengok, dia suka throw the ball in front. Okay. Tengok. So dia baling bola depan dulu kan? Adakah itu cubaan? Bukan. It's not. It's habit lah. People say habit. So the referee you must understand lah. Okay. Perlindungan, kesalahan membuat servis, kesalahan posisi kedudukan. I already told you just now. That means wrong position and also service. Yeah. Okay, I told you this one already. You know. Pukulan serang. Okay. Pukulan serang is any action when you direct the ball menghala ke pihak lawan, itu adalah consider as attack hit. Pukulan serang. So a lot of people don't understand. Dia selalu ingat pukulan serang maksudnya spiking. Tidak, ikut istilah peraturan, semua aksi yang mengarahkan bola ke gelanggang pihak lawan, kecuali servis dan harangan, adalah pukulan serang. Alright? So any action. So if I dig the ball lepas, itu juga pukulan serang. If I set the ball lepas, itu juga pukulan serang. If I tanduk, same. Pukulan serang. Alright? So pukulan serang, whether with jari semua tu boleh. Lengkap when the bola kena pada blocker ataupun lepas jari. Pukulan serang, apa you tak boleh buat? That means if people who are, you know lah, in volleyball, people who are backline, dia tak boleh pergi ke depan, zone depan untuk buat pukulan serang apabila the ball is higher than the net. Lebih tinggi daripada aras jaring, tak boleh. Okay. But after dia pukul, dia boleh mendarat sana, no problem. Same with libero. Libero, mana-mana pun tak boleh. Belakang pun tak boleh, depan pun tak boleh for libero. So libero cannot do attack hit when the ball is higher than the top of the net. Di mana-mana sahaja. Backline, free zone, semua tak boleh for libero. So libero, pendek kata, libero punya tugas just defense saja lah. Kalau you nak buat spiking ke apa, you play as a main spiker lah. Okay. Then kesalahan pukulan serang, there are few. One is you hit the ball out. One is you pukul the bola in your kawasan pihak lawan. Cannot. Because people's caught, you tak boleh pukul. Then barisan belakang melengkapkan pukulan serang dari zon depan. Apabila pukulan dibuat, keseluruhan bola itu lebih tinggi. That means back row player, people from behind go to the front zone. You pukul bola itu lebih tinggi. If the bola is, just say this is the ball, the net is here. When I hit the ball, I am back row player. I hit the ball in the front zone, but the ball like that. Can? Boleh, tak salah. Still can.
We say center cannot jump in the front zone. Jump also can jump
The center
depends on the ball mah.
Sometimes you see the under 12 player, okay, under 12 player, short player. They are back row setter, example. They go to the front zone, they set. Sometimes they jump and they set. The ball is still lower than the net. The ball go over. Fall or no fall? No fall. Because you see the ball. If the ball is still lower than the net, no fall. If the ball is higher than the net and cross over, the one fall lah. Okay, so that's why we have to see where is the ball. But coaches who don't understand, they say, hey, backline, you know. So,
Lompat saja.
lompat saja backline. Budak itu pendek, macam mana lompat pun tak lepas lah.
Gaya tinggi kena careful lah.
So you have to be careful. Each time your setter, especially berlaku is selalunya setter. Selalunya setter. So if the setter from back go in front, and you will notice, you know that this ball will travel so near the net, terlalu dekat dengan net, setter selalunya akan macam ini, ataupun macam ini, selalunya. So you must be very careful. Okay, so you mesti tengok bola itu lebih tinggi dari jaring anda. Kalau tak ada, benarkan saja. Alright, what else? Service. Okay, you cannot do attack hit on the service of the opponent when you are in the front zone. The ball in the front zone and higher than the net. Meaning to say kadang-kadang katakan opponent serve bola yang lembut, soft. Bola itu ada very soft. Bola itu masih di sini, tinggi daripada jaring, and ada dalam zone depan, you do a spiking contohnya. Tak boleh. Wah, you tengok, wah ini sate lah, sedap lah, you pergi, tak boleh. According to the rules, the ball must be lower, okay. Kalau bola itu di bawah jaring, no problem. Kalau atas jaring dan di zone depan, tak boleh. Kalau servis bola itu lembut, sampai ke zone belakang, atas jaring, boleh. Because the rules say, belakang boleh, depan tak boleh. So, no lah. Then after that, blocking also say. Blocking also say. Right. Libero, pukulan serang. I told you just now. Pukulan serang untuk libero, mana-mana kawasan kalau bola lebih tinggi dari jaring, tidak boleh. Kalau rendah daripada jaring, okay. This one is the libero set, play with finger, set the ball to the friend, and then the friend, meaning to say, the libero stand inside the front zone, set the ball to the friend, and then the friend do a spiking or attack hit when the ball is higher than the net. Cannot. Tidak boleh. Itu maksudnya. Then you have what? Blocking. Blocking, after I show you some video, I post in our group actually to the question. Okay, blocking, here they have criteria when you say blocking. Blocking is the player must be near to the net. The player must be front row player, close to the net. Okay, and the player mesti menjangkau, that means reach beyond the net. Menjangkau, melepasi atas jaring. Okay, atas jaring. So apabila bola itu disentuh, that means when the blocker touch the ball, salah satu daripada anggota badan dia, tubuh badan dia mesti melebihi jaring. So contohnya, sama ada kepala dia ke, tangan dia ke, tak kira lah. Any part of the body must be above the net. The ball can touch anywhere. Bola yang disentuh tu boleh sentuh sini, boleh sentuh bawah, bahu ke, dia punya pinggang ke apa, tak kira. Is the player, you must see. If, for example, the player near to the net, but the player jump. Masa dia jump, masa sentuh bola, tak ada mana-mana tubuh badan lebih dari jaring. Adakah itu blocking? No blocking. So that is what? First touch. So meaning to say the team got 2 more touch. A lot of coaches don't understand. When the team take second touch, third touch, and we blow the next touch, when they take, we blow the whistle. P4, the coach say why? To the coach is only 3 hit. Because to the coach is, this action is blocked. So they got 3 more. But this player is not action of blocking because dia lompat, kena bola, tetapi masa itu tak ada mana-mana tubuh badan lebih dari jaring. So adakah itu blocking? Tidak blocking.
Even the fingers,
As long as any tubuh badan lebih dari jaring. Because the rule say, mana-mana anggota tubuh badan mesti melebihi jaring. So tangan, jari dia melebihi pun no problem. Okay, as long as something melebihi. So a lot of coaches don't understand. Hey, blocking what? Another one, I give you one example, it's like that. Player, this is the net, player here. Far from the net. Player jump. Okay? Kena. And then they take another 3 hit. Boleh ke tak boleh? Tak boleh. When This is the net. The player here touch the ball. Ini bukan blocking. Walaupun dia macam ini lah, but this is not blocking because istilah blocking apa? Hampir dengan net. But this is far from the net. So this is already pukulan pertama. So dia masih tinggal 2 lagi. Huh? So we sometimes have to explain to the coach. Sometimes they don't understand. We got to explain.
But how far we judge the
It's
distance?
about 1 ball, about 1 ball.
One more.
About 1 ball. About 1 ball. They're close. If they are like that, also consider close. Because the hand is close already. But if you are like that, okay, it's
Yeah,
far.
sometimes.
Correct or not? Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I think I have the video lah. So hadangan is you can hadang 1 person, 2 person, 3 person. Boleh hadang bersama-sama. So if just say you hadang 2 orang or 3 orang, when the ball touch anyone, that is considered a block already. Consider a block. And then the ball touch, contohnya kena saya dan kena kawan saya and all that, dia kena serentak. Tak ada salah, itu masih lagi satu hadangan. Position. Okay, hadangan berkumpulan. So you can see where the ball banyak direction. As long as the bola ada kena kepada pemain, that is a touch. Tak kira how the ball kena. Because the ball can kena, the ball can be like that. Bola itu boleh datang dari atas, like that, and go down. Bola itu boleh datang dari bawah and go up. So if you look at this diagram, there are many ways. Many ways. Selagi bola yang dilakukan pukulan serang itu kena kepada blocker, that means that is a block. We don't care how the ball. Dan saya selalu ada nasihat to my referees. If the ball kena kepada the simpai atas, the white band, the net, the white band, kena atas, and then you got a blocker near the net, and the ball kena simpai atas, 99% sure kena tangan one. 99%. Okay, sure one. This is the simpai, the ball kena like that, and then your hand like that, 99% will kena one. Unless the ball is here, you can see the ball is bawah sini, bukan simpai putih bawah sini, the hand like that. Then you can say that no touch lah. But if the ball is like that, guarantee the ball will have one. So be very careful lah. Right? Sometimes this is some of the mistake the referee makes. Very crucial. You have to see properly. You got challenge system, no problem. You got no challenge system, susah sikit. I think you all know lah apa yang berlaku during the PKNS punya championship. Ada sedikit controversy, right? Okay. Sentuhan hadangan. So after you sentuh, the team can take another 3. Okay, let's see this video. Sorry. Let's see this video. Okay. So dia boleh kena mana-mana lah. So indirectly you see here, what it says here is bola dia block, boleh kena siapa-siapa. Just like what do you call that game?
Pinball.
Pinball. Dia boleh kena mana-mana lah, as long as the same team. Okay, sama same team. So that's berkumpulan. Okay. Hadangan dan pasukan pukulan, that is you hadang, after hadang, like I said you hadang already, the ball go in front to your opponent ada 3 kali. Come back to your side, you pun ada 3 kali. Okay. Dan siapa yang hadang itu, kalau katakan saya hadang, bola itu jatuh tempat saya boleh ambil bola pertama. I can take. So this is the basic volleyball. So like this one, this type of ball you must see very carefully. You must tengok dengan jelas. As a first referee, you must be very sure where the ball and who touch the ball first. Mana bola itu berada? Like this is the net. Where is the ball? Is the ball 50-50? Okay, dua-dua boleh sentuh bola. If the ball is here, siapa sentuh bola dulu? So kita mesti tengok. This type of rally, you have to be very careful. You just say the setter is here, the ball dia ambil, and then baru sini balik. Dan also kita mesti tengok apabila setter ni ambil bola, bola itu menghala ke mana. If the ball menghala ke sini and ini sentuh, batal dia. Because this team still can play. If the ball diambil, bola itu menghala ke sini, tak salah. Because this is when the ball is coming like that, this is attack hit. So this team can block. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay? Now, look at this one. Okay? Alright, because this player can still play the ball. If you see, this team can still play the ball. Example, you see, this team, they can still play the ball. You see, they serve. The ball is here. The setter want to set. When the setter set, the putih punya sudah sentuh bola. So it's reaching. So you have to see carefully lah. Okay, next one. So same. Center want to set the ball. Number 3. Tak boleh lah. So this is the decision. The first referee must see carefully. Sama juga number 4. Okay, Japan player want to set. Number 3 want to set, but this player you see the hand already. So cannot. Itu batal. So ini pun sama. See? Bola masih sini lagi. So bola masih sini.
Belum pukul lagi.
Okay, this one I post in our group.
İyi günaydın. Servis karşıladı. Bana vermez. Bana vermez. İnanılmaz bir hata geldi. Olacak şey değil. Çift. İkini blok olarak kabul etmiyorum.
Okay, so of course the coach is saying
Çift vuruş beklediğimiz adama
the coach saying is double Okay, so like this video, it's not a double. Why? Okay, this player, the ball is coming from the opponent. The ball datang dari opponent, right? This player is front row player. Dia dekat jaring, betul? And dia lompat. And her action is blocking. When the ball touch her, her jari is lebih tinggi dari net. So that is a blocking. It's a complete block. So after you block, walaupun bola itu kena jaring and lantun balik, you can still take one more time. If the ball kena bawah jaring, lantun bawah jaring, you can still take one more time. Because the rule say, after blocking, the same player can take the first hit. So tidak salah. Sebab bola itu datang. So ada setengah coach tanya saya, dia kata, Mr. Joseph, ada ke pukulan serang? Kata ada. Sebab untuk mereka, pukulan serang means spiking. Ini tak ada spiking. So they don't understand. They thought, no spiking, so why got blocking? No. The rule say, kalau bola itu datang dari pihak lawan, whatever way, digging lah, setting lah, as long as it cross to the opponent, is an attack hit, pukulan serang. So bola itu memang datang ke sini, betul? So ini, pemain ini tidak melakukan kesalahan. Kecuali, which I will post in our group again, I want to ask people question. Lain, ada satu video, different one. Okay, I will post in our group. It's a different situation. Whether is salah atau tidak salah. So situasi berlainan. Here blocker, okay. Sini blocker 2 orang, sini ada satu pemain. This blocker block the ball. Bola itu melantun ke sini. Block, block. Bola itu lantun ke position 2. Position 2 the player blocking action. Ball and the ball kena the jaring Lantung balik, dia ambil. Salah tidak salah?
Salah.
Salah tidak salah? Why salah? Why?
Sebab consider
Why salah?
dia bukan
Kenapa dua sentuhan?
dia bukan masuk dalam hadangan berkumpulan.
Ya. So kenapa itu dianggap salah?
Sebab yang
These
tadi
two blocking, two players here block.
Block.
Okay. Block already. Then the ball on the air come here. This here. This player
kena
Block. and the ball touch the net and rebound. And the same player ambil. So boleh ke tak boleh aksi dia? Masa dia ambil sekali lagi tu boleh ke tak boleh?
Sebab yang first time dia tu dah consider first hit.
Okay, tak boleh sebab apabila walaupun dia action dia blocking,
Blocking.
action dia memang blocking, tetapi ikut istilah peraturan itu bukan blocking because bola itu datang dari siapa? Bola yang dia sentuh itu datang daripada kawan dia, bukan daripada pihak lawan. So bermaksud aksi dia walaupun dia buat macam ini dalam istilah peraturan kena jaring, lantung balik diambil lagi. Itu barulah double. Then only double. This one is not a double. This one is a because the rule say you block is the ball coming from opponent. This one is not coming from opponent. Now opponent spike, I block. Already finished the blocking, right? Now the block ball come to this side. So that means my team I got 3 hit. So I do action of blocking, but that is not block. That is the first hit. So I got 2 more hit. So I touch the first hit already. Ball rebound, I touch some more. So double. Because 2 aksi lah. Okay? So if the coaches, the referee don't understand, susah. Dia benarkan. So these are the things. Look at this player. You see? Berapa jauh? This is too far. Not very clear, but you can see. The white color one, you see the white color. Very, very far away. Okay, you see, you see this white jersey, this player. Okay, too far away already,
2, 3, 4.
How many times? 4 times, So have to see, because this one, this referee dia tak tiup untuk salah kedudukan, okay, tak apa. Tapi the action here is, you see, this player, where is the contact of the ball? So it's very far. This player, when this player touch the ball, dia sudah jauh daripada daripada jaring. So maknanya pasukan ini telah melakukan forehit. So we must know lah whether it's forehit or blocking. Okay. Alright. So these are some of the detail yang the referee have to know the meaning and you must know the action. Baru you boleh judge dengan betul.
Saya nak tanya, kalau kejadian ni fault ke tak?
Macam mana?
Kalau dia serve lalu bola luar masuk ke dalam, ataupun dia serve dia boleh luar masuk ke dalam.
Masa dia serve, apabila dia serve, semasa sentuh bola itu dia mesti ada dalam 9 meter zone service. Tapi dia boleh, macam tadi saya tunjuk video itu, dia boleh bergerak dari luar dan masuk ke dalam asalkan sentuhan bola itu berlaku di dalam, tapak kaki dia ada di dalam. Ada setengah pemain dia ada pengada tanya saya, "Sir, ini line 9 meter, dia servis tapak kaki dalam tapi bola di luar. Serve boleh ke tak boleh? Jawapan dia boleh. Tapak kaki di mana? Tapak kaki sini mah. Sama juga. Saya bagi you satu contoh. Sama juga. Kita kata tak boleh pijak line bila servis. Line ujung. Tapi dia jump serve. Dia jump serve di mana? Di dalam. Kadang-kadang dia boleh lompat sampai almost 6 meter sana.
So kita tengok step
So adakah salah? Tidak salah. Kita tengok pada dia punya tapak kaki. Semasa dia mana dia take off. Okay? So kalau dia serve, ada orang tanya, "Sir, macam ni boleh tak? Tapak kaki satu sini, tapak kaki macam ni serve." Boleh. Sebab atas angin tak kira mah. Tapak kaki yang sentuh lantai tadi. Ha? So kalau dia sudah yang you kata dia serve macam mana? Ada satu lagi dia berdiri dalam
Dia curve.
oh ini banana punya serve Okay, bola. Maksud you, dia berdiri dalam 9 meter zone, serve bola, tapi bola itu dia skill dia, bola itu curve masuk macam ni. Boleh. Asalkan bila dia cross ke gelanggang pihak lawan dalam antena. Okay? Because when you serve the ball, you must be inside the antenna. So if dia punya soalan, I serve the ball but the ball curve like that and go inside, can or not? Can. That is your skill mah. Pernah nampak?
Luar negara lah, luar negara.
Saya ingat kita punya player. Wah, itu memang skill macam mana dia screw itu bola saya tak tahu.
Tapi saya pernah nampak dia bucu ke bucu macam ni pernah. Tapi dia di luar tak boleh kan?
Tak boleh. Kalau dia berdiri di luar sudah batal.
Dia batal lah kan?
Contohnya, dia berdiri di luar, tapi bola di dalam. Dia serve. Contohlah macam ni This is the 9 meter, ini line. Dia berdiri luar, bola dalam, dia serve. Boleh tak? Tak boleh. Sebab tapak kaki di luar.
Okay.
Ya, dia berbeza dengan tapak kaki dalam, saya serve bola di luar. Itu berbeza. Because we look at the leg. Ada tapak kaki. Okay? Macam-macam lah.
Boleh local game saja yang banyak jadi
macam-macam.
Kalau game kat luar, never fail.
Okay, satu lagi untuk kalau ada A-board, belakang tu you ada A-board, you ada hard dia, jangan benarkan, if just say sometimes you ada ini zone service, and then you ada A-board di sini, katakan this is 6.5 meter, you ada A-board, and the A-board mungkin you letak yang ada short mana. So ada ruangan di sini, jangan benarkan pemain masuk celah-celah A-board ataupun belakang A-board. They have to, because this is the limit. The A-board is the limit, so they can come to the A-board here is the limit. Dia tak boleh, sini ada ruang, dia belakang lagi. Because some of our local player they do that. So tak boleh suruh dia masuk balik ke dalam. Okay. This one you know lah. Time out, how many time out, 2 kali, and then 6 substitution. 6 substitution. All this you know. Alright. Mana yang you tak faham, you tanya. Okay, so, this one. All this I think you know.
So how about the screening?
Screening, okay. So screening is still, the rule is still there lah for screening. Screening is, okay, but only thing is screening dia ada 2 criteria. One is, number 1, you cannot see the server. Criteria number 1. That means the opponent, I cannot see the server. Then, and is bukan atau dan the rule say, and you cannot see the flight of the ball. Arah layangan bola. Okay, tak boleh nampak server dan tak boleh nampak arah layangan bola. Bila ada dua kriteria ini, barulah dianggap kesalahan screening. So if just say you cannot see the server, but you can see the arah layangan bola. For example, you cannot see me, but I serve the ball high. You can see arah layangan bola, right? So is that screening? No screening. So screening is something which is sometimes berlaku lah. Sometimes berlaku. Okay, but most of the time no lah.
They always say goyang dia.
Yes. In the rule book it says you cannot. In the rule book ada tadi sudah lepas screening. I over already the screening, is it? Let me see Yeah, wait, I just go back.
The front blocker.
Yes, yes, yes,
Always
yes.
like that.
Ada lah saya akan tengok.
Itu dia perempuan lah.
Memang tak
Perempuan.
nampak.
Kalau dia
Tapi tengok bola lah.
Tengok bola.
Bola sepi macam belon.
Kalau bola dah macam itu. Okay.
Ada yang cakap, jangan kalahkan budak buat macam tu. That's why
I think I have one
ada coach dia macam tu.
Ada yang coach kasi macam tu.
Yeah, my girls coach do this.
Seraya selalu Seraya.
But I pernah tengok ada.
Okay, after when I come to the part, okay, screening in the rule book also they say you cannot
Waving.
melambai-lambaikan and all that. So that also you can consider as you purposely buat untuk menghadap perlindungan dia
12.5.
view lah.
12.5.
Ada tak? Sudah lepas tadi kan.
12.5.
So it's not allowed. It's not allowed.
Okay, screening. Okay, okay, what it says pemain tidak boleh menghalang daripada melindungi, okay, secara individu atau sekumpulan. Seorang pemain atau sekumpulan pemain pasukan football service melakukan perlindungan dengan melambai-lambai tangan. So that means you like that or you jump like that. Ya. So seorang pemain atau sekumpulan pemain pasukan football service melakukan perlindungan dengan melambai-lambai tangan, melompat atau bergerak ke sisi semasa pukulan servis dilakukan, atau dengan berdiri secara desan. Okay? Sekiranya salah satu daripada kriteria di atas dapat dilihat oleh pasukan pembuat penerus pakai bukannya perlindungan. So still, you can do like that, but still, if the two criteria, they cannot see the server, they cannot see the layangan bola, then is a screening. If they can see, it's fine.
Kalau Raya nampak, okay lah.
Okay? But for me is, if I'm a coach, I don't want to teach my players to do that. I only want to teach my player to get ready, but not to do this. What is the function of this?
They
You
say-
are actually trying to disturb.
And the outsider said, you as a referee you have to tell them don't do like that. So I said I cannot tell them.
Yeah.
This is the coach.
Okay.
It's the
So
coach.
the rule here is very clear.
We clear and control.
The rule here is very clear, where it says that you must have two things. You cannot see the server and you cannot see the layanan bola. If just say the ball is a jump serve, of course you can see. So mana ada screening? Betul. Jump serve you can see the server, right? Yeah. And if they serve the ball high like that, you can see. Of course no screening. But I don't know. There are some coaches want to teach that. I don't know why. Madam, I really don't know why. Why? What's the reason? What's the reason you
Psycho.
Betul. Apa fungsi? I don't know. Psycho mungkin lah. Lebih baik you ajar your player the better things lah. Okay. Alright, this one I done. Let me see Let's go.
Kadang-kadang kalau from parents kita pergi tengok tu pertandingan memang tak nampak tu semua. Yeah. But from the most important is from referee, right? The view itu pandangan. Bukan
Okay, masa hentian and all that you all know So I won't go into detail. This one is for your lengkap tak? This one is the permintaan tidak wajar lah. There's a permintaan tidak wajar which we this one. Permintaan tidak wajar. Permintaan tidak wajar meaning to say they ask for substitution, they ask for timeout during certain period. For example, not the coach ask for timeout, cannot. It must be the coach, the rule. So that is oleh orang yang tidak berkuasa. So itu satu permintaan tidak wajar already. Same thing, kalau you minta timeout sebelum rally mula, you minta lagi. Itu pun permintaan tidak wajar. So these are some of the terms lah for referee, permintaan tidak wajar. Semua itu. Okay. When it comes to the game, okay, ini ada soalan, our Nadir? Because our madam here don't have to know all this. Kalau tidak madam confused. Okay, kelengahan is delay. So delay banyak cara dia delay. There are many ways kan. Kalau you nampak dia delay game, then you bagi dia sanction lah. Sanction delay usually with the yellow card first. Yellow card, that is sanction. That's a warning. Then second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, all red. So each time when you come out with red, the opponent will get 1 point and service every time. Okay. Now, so this is the denda for delay. Apa lagi? Masa rehat, pertukaran ganggang, okay, all this no more. 3 minutes lah. When we change the clock, it's usually 3 minutes. But 2.5 minit, we already blow the whistle or press the buzzer, so the pemain semua akan masuk dalam ganggang. 2.5 minit. Pertukaran gelanggang, okay. Libero, let's see libero. Libero quickly. Libero, now pasukan boleh lantik kalau dia gunakan 12 pemain. Kalau dia daftar 12 pemain, dia boleh lantik kosong libero, that means no libero. All the 12 player is normal player. Atau dia boleh daftar 11 pemain biasa, 1 libero. Or third choice, 10 players, 10 pemain biasa, 2 pemain libero. Okay? So untuk yang daftar 12 atau kurang daripada 12 orang. Sekiranya pasukan itu daftar 13 atau 14 orang, dia cuma ada 2 choice. Satu ialah 12 pemain. Satu ialah dia katakan pasukan ini 13, bermaksud dia mesti ada 11 pemain biasa, 2 pemain libero. Wajib 2.
Oh, so extra tu mention
Oh, wajib. Ikut peraturan kalau ada lebih daripada 12 orang, mandatory lah 2 pemain libero dan 11 pemain. Kalau dia daftar 14, 2 pemain libero, 12 pemain biasa. Wajib. Jangan ikut tim kita Tapi lagi mau. Okay, so must be more than 12 players, must be 2 libero. Must. The rule book say it's a must. So whether you use the player or don't use the player is up to you. But you daftar 13 or 14, you must have 2 libero. Yeah. Okay, because the rule book say here, mandatory. Lebih daripada 12 orang is mandatory. Mesti ada 2 orang pemain libero. So the pemain libero, I told you already, their uniform, everything is different. Now, as far as possible, try to be as different as contrast. Because I say contrast. Because some of the team, many of our local team I don't understand why. They sometimes their libero punya jersey, just say this player normal player wear blue, and then the other jersey for the libero is like light blue, or this one is navy blue. Navy blue means gelap lah, biru dia panggil biru tua lah. That means the dark blue. But this libero, they also give them hitam. So hitam and navy blue almost the same. So macam mana kita nak bezakan dia punya pemain? So if you are a team coach, you pastikan your libero jersey completely contrast. Kalau boleh, ini biru tua, ini putih, ataupun kuning, ataupun merah, contrast. Dan satu lagi, nombor jersey. Kadang-kadang jersey pattern, nombor itu tak nampak. So, okay lah.
Because of this, libero then jump down in the line out street.
No need. Libero, we don't. If they want to go down, we tell them no need already lah. No need already lah. Now sometimes maybe they want to tell you who is the acting libero, the first libero. But no need to write down, just read down saja. So, okay so siapa yang jersey itu you just ingat corak semua berbeza, seluar semua berbeza, pun tak apa. Semua berbeza. Okay. Then Libero, okay, very shortly, I would say libero, easy. Libero dia keluar masuk tukar dengan pemain biasa, backline player or the libero. Libero and libero. But mesti after satu rally yang lengkap. Wajib. Kalau rally tidak lengkap, dia tidak boleh tukar. Okay, because kalau kali pertama dia buat, you bagi amanah. Kali kedua is already a delay. Ya, kali kedua is already delay. Ya. And then ada juga dalam peraturan dia sebut sebelum servis. That means referee sudah tiup whistle, baru dia tukar libero. Kita biarkan. Ya, maknanya saya sudah tiup whistle untuk servis. Lepas tu baru libero tukar dengan pemain biasa. Tapi dia belum lagi serve lah. So saya biarkan saja. Saya jangan buat apa-apa. Sambung terus main. Rally itu tamat, then I panggil